All right, guys, we are back. Something a little bit different today. So, what I want to do today, since it's 2026 and we're roughly about halfway through the season, um, I want to do like a mid-season review. So, I'm kind of going to just go over some key games, pretty much all of the games. There's going to be a couple I might just like breeze over, but I'm going to go review all the games in all competitions and kind of give my thoughts on the performances of the player, some of the managers' decisions, injuries, etc., etc. So we're going to start with the first game of the season, which was on the 17th of August. It was away at Man United. We won 1-0. We got 3 points. I think Calafiori header from the goalkeeping error and mistake. Do you know what? This is a bit of I've got a bit of mixed feelings about this one because I don't think we played particularly well. Saliba should have given away a penalty at the end. I think we actually got caught life actually, and I think we didn't really play particularly well. We never really played particularly well at Old Trafford. I think in our history, we've only really won 1-0 away at Old Trafford since like the 70s or something crazy. Like it's a stomping ground that we don't do well in. And you know what? Not a great performance. I think Gyökeres had a stinker. That's where all the hair flick memes are coming from. And we got the 3 points. We got out of there. You know. Next game, Saturday, 23rd of August, we played Leeds United at home, 5-0. And see, we've got the goal scorers. Yuri Timber double, Bukayo Saka, and Victor Gyökeres got a goal. And he got a 95th minute penalty. And then he done the, little hair flick celebration, which went viral, obviously. I think it's just kind of not really much to talk about here. Leeds obviously a promoted side. We're playing at home against a promoted side. I expect us to put in a good performance, get the 3 points. I expect a 3-0 at least. I expect to keep a clean sheet. So not much to talk about there. Now this is where it starts to get a bit annoying. So 31st of August, Liverpool away, 1-0. And I remember when I saw the lineup when this game came out, I saw Marino in midfield, I saw Rice, I saw Zubimendi, and I was fuming. I was like, where's Eze? Madueke started on the right. He was probably our best attacking outlet. And overall, I just think it was a very cowardly performance from the manager. I think in these big away games, sometimes he just needs to learn to attack and just go for it, because sometimes trying to get 3 points and getting 3 points and then getting a draw, sometimes draws aren't good. 3 draws is like 3 draws is the same as losing twice and winning once. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. I think that one came down to the manager. The players didn't play particularly well. I think other than Madueke, no one else probably played particularly well. Martinelli dribbled, should have got his head up and slotted Gyökeres in. He didn't. It is what it is. Worldy free kick from Szoboszlai in the last minute, but I think we could have got something out of that game. Eze should have come on way sooner. He came on way too late, and when he did come on, he done more in 10 minutes than Martinelli did in the entire 80 minutes he was on. So we move on to September. So Saturday the 13th, 3-0 at home to Nottingham Forest, and who scored the goals? Martin Zubimendi double and Gyökeres. Yeah, and Eze and Trossard got the assists. Good day out, man. It was a nice little, sunny. Like it was kind of sunny at the Emirates. Early season game at home. Nottingham Forest kept a clean sheet, 3 points. It was kind of good to see what Martin Zubimendi can do. I don't think it was an accurate description because I don't think he's going to be scoring like volleys and headers a lot, but it was nice to see him get on the score sheet. And yeah, I think overall, I think we played fine. Gyökeres got a goal, which I was Gyökeres. I was always happy about because me, I'm a Gyökeres merchant. Well, I was at the time, but again, this was September, so not anymore. But still gonna back the Glock. 16th of September, we played Athletic Club away in the Champions League. This is a bit of a funny game because I don't really think we played particularly well, and then all of a sudden, Gabriel Martinelli gets a goal in the transition 1-on-1, slots it bottom corner. It was actually a poor finish, but it went in. And then Trossard got a last-minute goal, weird goal that was set up by Martinelli. And then Trossard got the assist for Martinelli, and Martinelli got the assist for Trossard. So it was like kept a clean sheet away. I actually did predict it. I actually did predict a 2-0 actually. So if you look at my earlier videos, I predicted a 2-0. So happy with that. No problems with that game. Sunday, the 21st of September, we played Man City at home. Same thing with the Liverpool game. I think this was just a cowardly performance. Yes, Pep did set up 10 men and took Holland off on like the 60th minute, but I just think they were there for the taking, man. Like we didn't do enough. Again, Eze doesn't come on early enough. Eze gets the assist from Martinelli, and I'm just like, man, at this point, I'm just like, when is Eze going to get a break? Then, so yeah. Wednesday, 24th September, we play Port Vale away. This one's going to be a quick one, just like a low opposition side away. Eze gets the goal, and I think Saka gets the goal. Trossard gets the second goal late in the game. Move on to the next round. That was to the next round of the League Cup. And then next game, Sunday, 20th of September, we played Newcastle away. This game, I think, the Gyökeres penalty situation, we kind of got robbed. And then Voldemort, I can never remember his name. I call him Voldemort. Got the goal against the run of play. And then it just looked like it's just going to be one of those days where we might get back into it and draw 1-1. Mikel Merino gets a late header, which is probably one of the best headers I've ever seen in my life, by the way. I don't know how he used his neck muscles like that and got it. He was like behind him and he I don't know how he done that, but it was crazy. And then obviously, as you know, Gabriel Magalhaes, last minute header, take all 3 points away from St. James's Park, which we haven't done since 22-23 when Odegaard got those 2 goals. So we move on to my birthday, October. So October 1st, again, my birthday, I was happy. We beat Olympiacos 2-0. And again, Martinelli continued his fine form, getting an early goal. And Saka got a last-minute goal with the Martin Odegaard assist. So I'm just going to keep that on quick, kind of brief, not really much to talk about. 4th of October, we played West Ham. Rice got a goal against his old club, and Saka got a penalty. I think that game's kind of one of those games. We got 2 goals. We was kind of winning anyway in the first half, and then second half we kind of controlled it. Saka got the penalty, and then after it was 2-0. That was always going to be game over. I mean, West Ham are so bad this season. They are. It's really unfortunate how bad they are. Then we played Fulham away on the 18th of October. I don't actually remember this game very well. Oh yeah, actually, I think I remember the goal now. I think it was from a corner. Gabriel headed it to Trossard, and he was kind of lurking at the back post and just kind of taps it home. One of those performances where 1-0, just happy to get the 3 points. Don't really care too much about the performance. 21st of October, we played Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, and as we all remember, a lot of the rival fans were giving it that, but Gyökeres got a double, Martinelli got a transition goal, and Magalhaes got a header, and we absolutely sent them to the shops, mate. We said, listen, chicken and chips, orange Miranda, and get me a slush puppy. See you later, dusted. But I gotta say, what's his name? I can't remember his name. The little Argentinian striker. I can't remember his name. His name slipped me, but I think Berta wants to get him next, because if this Gyökeres thing isn't working out, which I don't think it's going to, he's next, man. I can't remember his name, which is really, really, really annoying. Actually, I've gone to the lineup so I can see it here. Alvarez, that's it. Julian Alvarez. Yeah, I think Julian Alvarez needs to be when we balance the books and the PSR thing is kind of balanced out. That's something that we need to look into, because he is cold, man. Next game, we play Crystal Palace at home. Eze gets the scissor kick goal. One of those games, kind of like the Fulham away games, like, you know, we get a goal, kind of controlled performance, and we get the 3 points. Not really much to talk about there. I don't really think there was any real key moments in that game. Then we played Brighton in the Carabao Cup, and Nwaneri and Saka get the goals. And you know what? In the first half, we were absolutely awful. I remember watching that game and thinking, my God, Norgard is the worst player I've ever seen in my life. He's so bad. And then, Marino pops up with the slickest back who I've seen in a while to Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly cuts it back to Nwaneri. Nwaneri slots it home bottom corner. And I felt for him because he was playing so bad, and I know he wanted to score so desperately. And it's a reflection of him not being in the squad now, because he wants to prove himself, and he's young. He's 18, and I think he's been hard done by him, man. I love that little light skin, man. He needs a loan move. He needs some time, but yeah, unfortunately, that was the last time we see of him, really. Let's go to November. We play Burnley away. This is probably Gyökeres' best game, actually. I only caught the second half of this game. Both goals were great headers. Rice and Gyökeres, Gabriel Magalhaes and Trossard got the assist. And just Gyökeres was, honestly, he was playing like Harry Kane that game, man. He was dropping into midfield, he was spraying it, just playing awesome. It was annoying that he got injured like after that game, because I feel like he was really going to see a real good Gyökeres, and then, well, you know where we are now, right? Next game, not really that important. Slavia Prague away. Saka got the penalty, and then Mikel Merino gets a double, a header, and a nice little volley finish from close range. Controlled performance. Could have went the other way, and it could have been a bit more of a cagey game. But I think the Saka penalty kind of settled the nerves and kind of shushed the home crowd. So after that, it was just kind of plain sailing. Now, 8th of November, Sunderland 2-2. This one peed me off so badly because that Trossard long ranger, we were so poor in the first half. We didn't even deserve, to be honest, we didn't deserve anything out of the game if you were to just go by the first half. Ballard scored, who used to play for the Arsenal Academy. It's always these ex-players that do us dirty, man. And in the last minute, David Raya has some head loss, and then David Raya has head loss, and we go and concede in the 94th minute. And I'm just like, man, come on, man. We can't be conceding these cheap goals when we're trying to go for the title. But it is what it is. We leave the Stadium of Light with 1 point, and we get out of there. So, yeah, it is what it is. Sunday, the 23rd of November, I actually watched this game in the pub, actually. And obviously, I'll put it on my my community post. I did predict Eze to have a big game this game. And obviously, as we know, Eze gets the hat-trick, and Richarlison scores that crazy long ranger. And yeah, not really much to say here. We put Spurs on their pack as we usually do, sent them pack in. North London will always be red. Come on, let's be honest. Yeah. And then the next game is Arsenal versus Bayern Munich on Wednesday, the 26th of November. It's weird. I remember this game. I don't really remember this game that well. I remember us playing. I remember one thing I do remember is Lewis Skelly got cooked quite a lot by Elise. But Elise is probably the best right winger in the world at the time. So at the time of the game. So you can argue in the comments who you think the best right winger in the world is. But yeah, he struggled. Calafiori came on, and in the second half, he got the cross. As soon as he comes on, crosses it to Madueke, gets it in, and then Martinelli gets the transitional goal again, and we win 3-1. And that's their little 17-year-old scored. Carl, I think he was pretty good finish as well. I think it was a long ball from Kimmich to, I want to say Elise, might not be right. Crosses it in first time to Carl, and then he does what he does. 30th of November, we go to the bridge, and do you know what? I'm just going to skip this one because this one still pisses me off that we couldn't beat a 10-man Chelsea. They were definitely the better side in the day. Reece James had an absolute worldie, and then after that, they just completely fell off. So, well done to Chelsea for the unbeaten in November trophy. Wednesday, the 3rd of December, we played Brentford 2-0. I actually thought this was going to be a harder game than it was. We got an early goal of Marino, and then we got a late Saka goal. I was really worried about Kevin Shard and Igor. They were the danger men. I just think Brentford on their day, they can just be a really troublesome team, home or away. And yeah, Saturday, 6th of December, this is actually when I did my first live watch along. We played Aston Villa away, and bad evening. Last minute, Buendia goal. We were poor, man. I was raging at Odegaard as well. I think it was completely useless. Next game, Wednesday the 10th of December, we played Club Brugge. Madueke gets the weldy and the header. Not much to talk about there. I expected us to win. I think that's just a clear 3 points. Saturday the 13th of December, we played Wolverhampton Wanderers. And we didn't even score any goals. Wolverhampton scored all 3 goals and managed to leave the Emirates with no points. So that was one. The less we talk about that one, forget it. Saturday the 20th of December, this is when I started to notice I don't like the way we're playing. I think we're playing way too slow. We need to move the ball quicker. I think on another day, Everton get a penalty and we leave Willie Dickinson Hill Stadium, I think because it's not Goodison Park anymore, with no points. But luckily, away, we got the 3 points. And I heard a statistic that said that we've not won away at Everton. We've only won away at Everton like twice in like 10 years or something. So yeah, not a good stomping ground for us. We drew with Crystal Palace in the League Cup. We were awful that game and won on penalties. We caught life. We cannot do that crap against Chelsea, man. We were awful. And then I'm just going to do the last two together because they were like literally 3 days apart. Beat Brighton 2-1 at home. Odegaard and Og. less talked about own goals, the better. And then yesterday, or 2 days ago now, we played Aston Villa at home, and we absolutely decimated them in the first half. And I did say in my match reaction that, based on the first half, that reaction could have been completely different. But we actually managed to get the job done really, really well. Gabriel Jesus, so glad he's back. Such a dynamic player, man. Such a dynamic player. I think him and Trossard are so underrated, man. Trossard has been, for me, attacking player of the season so far. You can even argue player of the season. I'd still go with Rice. But Trossard, my God, what a little legend, man. And that kind of completes my mid-season review. I kind of want to give our season so far, I want to give it a 6.5 out of 10. I think there's games that we've dropped points that we really shouldn't have, like the Chelsea game, the Sunderland game, and one more that I think we could have got extra mileage out of. We've had injuries, which again doesn't help. I think the manager's tactics have been off sometimes, but playing the 22-23 Thomas Partey progressive football that we did in the second half of the Aston Villa game just goes to show that this team is capable. This team has players that can go out there and do something in an attacking sense and actually get something done. So again, 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. We're in the semi-finals for the Carabao Cup. We're through the league phase of the Champions League, sitting top with, I think, 1 goal conceded and no losses and all wins. And we are top of the league. And as for recording, Man City are literally just about to kick off. So we are 5 points clear. So at the end of the day, we could be 2 points clear again. But so far, we're 5 points clear. So yeah, I think I'm still a bit pessimistic about our trophy hunt, but I feel quite positive actually. I definitely think like we can win the Carabao Cup. I think we'll play City in the final. And I think in a final one-off game we can beat anyone. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think down below, and peace.